retracted. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete.
Aegis renegades attack Salvation's allies. Pilots Federation alert. A rogue Aegis defense force has initiated conflict with Taurus Mining Ventures in the T-Tauri system. The megaship Musashi is commanded by Aegis's chief military liaison Admiral Aidan Tanner, who made this announcement. The Hindmine asteroid base contains proof that Salvation's unlicensed anti-Xeno weapon is intentionally designed to provoke the Thargoids, and therefore endangers us all. As Taurus Mining Ventures refuses to cooperate, we have no choice but to obtain the evidence by force. This may be our only opportunity to discover Salvation's true ambitions. I urge all independent pilots who have fought alongside Aegis to help us complete this vital mission. Patience Middleton, a spokesperson for Taurus Mining Ventures, responded. This is an illegal attack that jeopardizes the important work we are undertaking on behalf of Salvation. It is in the galactic community's interests to defend our corporate headquarters. Aegis officially stated that Admiral Tanner is acting on his own authority, and that the Musashi's presence in the T-Tauri system is in direct violation of orders. Despite this, there are reports that Tanner has tacit support from many members of Aegis, who disagree with the public inquiry that has suspended its operations. Manhunt for Theta-7 escalates. Pilots Federation alert. The affiliated counter-terrorism unit has acquired an encrypted message that may reveal Theta-7's location. ACT successfully captured most of the bomb-making engineers known as Theta Group, and has now prioritized hunting down the NMLA's de facto leader. This latest breakthrough was explained by Captain Milo Castile. Theta Group managed to delete most of their data prior to capture, but we retrieved a short message that they received on the 31st of July. At this point, most of Theta Group were being harbored by neo-Marlinist sympathizers within the Marlinist colonies, but Theta-7 and his closest aides had fled to an unknown destination. Unfortunately, the message has been encrypted using a pre-arranged cipher key, without which its contents are unreadable. It is unclear why this wasn't transmitted via the NMLA's Dark Comms network, which remains undetectable despite our best efforts. As it's possible that this was sent by Theta-7, we welcome any assistance from the galactic community in decoding it. This ruthless terrorist must be tracked down before he can take more innocent lives. ACT has requested that all news feeds publish the encrypted message. There is a substantial reward on offer for the first person to submit a correctly deciphered version of this message to ACT. Colonia Bridge project faces possible Dredger clan faces possible extinction. Orion University has been informed that its ownership claim of the Scrivener's clan dredger is placing its population at great risk. In the Uchost PCC C290 system, the university's megaship Scientia Eterna has used override codes to prevent the dredger from departing. But the nomadic tribe's refusal to abandon their home has placed them under great pressure, as observed by freelance reporter Casey Kilpatrick. Dredger-class bulk cruisers are the sharks of space. They must always keep moving, constantly gathering raw materials to synthesize into fuel, air and other resources. The Scrivener's clan remained stationary for months while salvaging the Hesperus, but in this system they are trapped without such vital intakes. Independent observers are now reporting malfunctions in the vessel's power and life support systems. If the Scriveners maintain their siege mentality, further mechanical failures are inevitable. Orion might inherit the dredger after all, but it will be a ship of the dead. Professor Elizabeth Perez, Orion University's head of anthropology, responded, "The last thing we wish is for any harm to befall these people. My colleagues are urgently discussing ways to convince the Scrivener's clan that we have their best interests at heart. After all, as fellow scientists and researchers, they are a living embodiment of our university's core values."
Surface scanned by 50%. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Surface scan complete.
Theta 7 traced to Panjabal System. Pilots Federation alert. A decrypted message suggests that the NMLA leader Theta 7 avoided capture by infiltrating the Far God cult. ACT publicly requested help to decode a message received by Theta Group, the bomb-making engineers of the NMLA. The cipher key was cracked and the decoded message submitted by Commander Therion Signy. It revealed that Theta 7 and his closest aides fled to the Panjabal system on the 31st of July. Captain Milo Castile, one of ACT's co-leaders, provided an update. Our theory is that Theta 7 and his crew were traveling undercover as Far God worshippers, who were gathering in the Panjabal system in huge numbers at that time. Since all members of this religious order renounced their past identities, this would have helped the terrorists to avoid detection. The Pleiades Concordat and other factions in Panjabal are cooperating with our investigation. But it seems likely that Theta 7 is currently hiding aboard one of the 3 Far God megaships that were launched from the system on the 6th of August. ACT agents have attempted to contact the Perdition, Sacrosanct and Testament megaships to alert them of the danger. Unfortunately, the cultists consider themselves to be on a sacred pilgrimage that cannot be impeded, and that their vessels are sanctuaries from further persecution by hostile security services.
Surface scan complete.
NMLA retakes the Steel Majesty. A former Neo-Milanist megaship has been overrun by NMLA terrorists in the Hyades sector OPB-62 system. The Steel Majesty was originally owned by the Neo-Milanist Order of Madrid, one of the NMLA's key allies. After their defeat, it ferried many of them to the Milanist colonies where they were granted asylum by Minister Aaron White. His faction then made use of the megaship during the Civil War in August. Minister John Christophe Leon, the current leader of the Milanism Reformation Party, gave a statement. Despite our efforts to arrest any remaining extremists within our faction, a surviving group has gained access to the megaship. Security feeds show they were joined by several teams of well-armed NMLA fighters. The Marlinist constabulary evacuated around half of the Steel Majesty's crew before the NMLA took operational control. Sadly, there was no way to free those still trapped on board. The situation was addressed by ACT's co-leader Captain Milo Castile. According to our intel, a majority of the NMLA's surviving cells have gathered together for this operation. We believe they were assisted by not only Aaron White's loyalists, but also members of the megaship's original crew from the Madrid system. It is possible that this neo-Marlinist coalition was formed as a result of us closing in on Theta 7. We have requested additional support from all security services. Colonia Bridge project faces
Surface scan complete.
Salvation's allies triumph in T-Tauri system. Pilots Federation alert. Taurus Mining Ventures has defeated a rogue Aegis defense force and gained control of the megaship Musashi. The conflict was initiated by Admiral Aidan Tanner, Chief Military Liaison with Aegis. He was attempting to gain access to Hindmine asteroid base in search of evidence that Salvation's anti-Xeno weapon was deliberately designed to provoke the Thargoids. Patience Middleton, a spokesperson for Taurus Mining Ventures, made this announcement. This was an illegal and unnecessary conflict brought about by Admiral Tanner's misguided obsession. We will continue working with Salvation to eliminate the Thargoid threat. Our defense was only possible thanks to our courageous supporters, for whom rewards are available at Hindmine. We will also honor agreements that the Aegis Defense Force made with independent pilots who can collect their promised payments from the Musashi. Taurus Mining Ventures later confirmed that all members of the Musashi's original crew will be allowed to leave the megaship unharmed. Admiral Tanner and other key personnel are in temporary custody. Aegis has arranged for them to be transferred to its internal security teams. Colonia Bridge project faces possible changes. Dredger deadlock inspires competing campaigns. Pilots Federation alert. The HIP-43670 system is hosting 2 competing delivery initiatives, each of which aims to benefit the Scrivener's clan. Orion University has partnered with independent HIP-43670 Labor, which is requesting deliveries of anomalous bulk scan data, unusual encrypted files and unidentified scan archives Shara Gateway in HIP-43670. The university's campaign was explained by Vice-Chancellor Leland Pettigrew. Although Dredger J403 is legally our property, what we value most is the Scrivener's clan's dedication to deep space research. To convince them of our noble intentions, we are donating scientific data and samples to their knowledge core. Our proposal is that they permit us to accompany them on their journey and share in any future discoveries. An alternative campaign is also taking place in the HIP-43670 system. Supporters of the Scrivener's clan are being asked to gather emergency power cells, power converters and power transfer buses and deliver them to the Alliance of HIP-42371 at Oramus Terminal. A spokesperson told the media, "These supplies are needed to perform vital repairs to the dredger. Furthermore, if the power systems are sufficiently updated, they can bypass the ancient components affected by Orion University's override codes and continue traveling independently." Although there remains no response from the Scrivener's clan, the dredger is now actively monitoring all local and interstellar transmissions. This is a new development for the isolated community and suggests they are aware of these campaigns. Neo-Marlinist forces gather in Madrid. The megaship Steel Majesty has arrived in the Madrid system after being taken over by NMLA terrorists. Its original owning faction, the Neo-Marlinist Order of Madrid, has officially reclaimed the vessel. Margrave Corentin Delacroix, the faction's new military ruler and the son of former Landgrave Erastin Delacroix, announced, "The Steel Majesty has returned home to fulfill its destiny. Be warned, should any ships attempt to board or attack, all the former crew members still on board will be executed." Senior Agent Tanya Ramirez gave a statement on behalf of ACT. "Unfortunately, we cannot take action while hundreds of innocent people remain captive. But the NMLA's effort to assemble troops, supporters and resources must not succeed. Having the Steel Majesty as a mobile base will allow them to regroup for a new campaign of terror, especially if they manage to reach Theta 7 before we do." A spokesperson for the Epsilon Fornarchus Empire Group, which controls the Madrid system, claimed, "The hostages should be considered lost as casualties of war. We are prepared to perform our duty for the Empire once again by destroying the Neo-Marlinist threat." Colonia Bridge project faces possible change. Colonia Bridge project faces possible changes. Brewer Corporation is enhancing the travel corridor to Colonia, but details about the project's next phase remain uncertain. Business-related newsfeed the Tau Cetai Journal published this feature. There's no doubt that Brewer Corporation always thinks big. It has enjoyed huge commercial success as a manufacturer of starports and outposts, and its Drake-class fleet carrier has been enormously popular. The Colonia Bridge is the megacorp's most expensive undertaking yet, investing hundreds of billions of credits on the transportation infrastructure between the core systems and Colonia. More than one analyst predicted that the project might financially destabilize them. The first 2 phases proceeded on schedule. Before the end of this month, There will be a chain of 56 stationary megaships along systems between Alcor and Colonia. But there are rumors of a change of plans for Phase 3, which may be early next year. It is believed that Brewer Corporation is revising its plans based on the unexpectedly high levels of participation from the galactic community. In support of this, one company insider did reveal that more engineered frameshift drives are being manufactured to be offered as incentives to contributing pilots in the third phase.
engaged.